can see this. Well, I think you can see it. So my sheathing is hitting my joists or my rafters, but I still need some sheathing in between the rafters. So I've cut a bunch of blocks after I added those little stopping blocks, which are 2x4s, which is the same thickness as my wall. So on the inside, I'll have something to nail up on, and on the outside. So I'm just gonna throw these bad boys in there and nail them. Whew, dusty. I don't know if you can see above the fascia here, this back fascia, but the capping on my roof is too short. So you can see some of the strapping, so I'm gonna have to put some flashing under that up against the fascia so everything's protected. Pain in the butt, but gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. And then I'm thinking about painting all this under here before I wrap it with this color. So that way everything looks good. It's the color we want, and I won't get any of that dark blue black color on anything that shouldn't have paint on it. So that's probably next step, honestly. Woo, looks good, baby. So right where my rafters are above my top plate, where I just put on those little blocks of OSB, I'm just gonna run a small bead of spray foam around that to tighten everything up, and because there's a couple small gaps, so I'm just gonna put some spray foam insulation before I paint too, so that way if any cleaning has to happen, I can do it out there before I paint the underside of the rafters. I'm gonna just paint these undersides here. So when my Tyvek wrap goes up, it's gonna go all the way up. I'm just gonna cut little splits here, and it's gonna go in between these rafters, just again to give ultimate protection. It'll run all the way down. And then when my cedar shakes go up in here, obviously I don't want to get paint on them. So I'm gonna quickly paint the whole underside here, and she should be good to go. Oh, I need a face mask. For sure I need a face mask. Now it is December 28th, but it's warm out. Or no, it's actually December 27th, but it's warm out, so I'm gonna see if I can get away with this. I think I can. I think I'm just gonna walk along the windowsills because these, like I said, it's not gonna take very long and the ladder's just gonna slow me down. Don't try this at home, people. I'm a semi-amateur professional. Ow! And you're gonna get better. Baby! Guys, I don't want to hear it. I know I was taking a risk, okay? But I'm a semi-professional amateur, okay?
And, you know, quite honestly, I like a little bit of danger in my life. Some people skydive, some people bungee jump. I refuse to use the ladder, okay?
Just don't try it at home, okay? You gotta be confident, you gotta have somewhat of a skill set when it comes to climbing things, holding on to things, monkey bars, you name it. You gotta have some upper body strength, which I really don't have much, but I have a little bit, so that's just enough for me, so I survived, okay? Bye. You're gonna get better. You're gonna get better.
And this right here is why it's very important to wear safety glasses. Imagine that all being in your eyes. That would be the worst. And not only are these important, but also face mask, because trust me, your lungs don't want this stuff.
New day, and today I am going to drill out the bottom right corner of each one of these windows. That way my flush trim bit on my router can stick through, and then I can cut out each window with that sweet router bit, which I've been doing on all the windows, and it's been working really, really well. So as soon as I drill these puppies out, I can go with the router and cut them all out. So let's go. Nice! Alright, I should have been filming this. I don't know why I didn't, but I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't had the covering between this gap and the joist here. You'll still have gaps on the sides to let air in, and there's still tons of air in here. But the reason I want to make sure that this is fully covered is I want to put flashing here and have the siding come down pretty far, because this is where the water runs off the roof, and I don't want constant drips or whatever. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put a gutter on it. It doesn't drip that bad because it really doesn't collect enough water, even on the super rainy days we've had, to be too much of a concern. And that's why I'm putting pressure treated here. So we're super careful. We're gonna put flashing down, and then we're gonna put the siding on it. So I've got some scrap pressure treated that I cut into 14-inch widths, and I'm just attaching them along here, which actually makes it a little more stronger too, because I'm nailing it into these floor joists or these beams here, as well as the plates and, you know, everything. So I'm hoping I have enough. Alright, I wasn't going to show this because I didn't think it was necessary, but you guys are catching on to a lot of things in a good way. We're all learning together, right? Hold hands as we learn together. So what we're going to do here is, because there's sheathing, you know, 1/2-inch OSB on everything but these little portions of my window frames. And as much as I think I don't really have to do it, I think it's gonna make everything easy so everything's flush. So that said, I ripped a bunch of OSB at 1.5 inches, which is the width of a 2x4, which doesn't make sense because it's a 2x4, but it's just the way it is. Research it if you wanna know why. And so now I'm gonna use a stapler. I brought a brand new stapler, baby, crown stapler, and we're gonna just staple it in here so everything's trimmed out to be the same thickness, and you know, there's not gonna be anything weird. And quite honestly, it'll just add a little more rigidity anyhow too, so not all is wasted. My camera's running out of battery, so I don't know how much of this is gonna be shown, but we'll do as much as we can here. Ooh, I love me a stapler. It's pretty cool.